EA Games.
Challenge everything.
So here we are. We want to show you what we've been working on. The team's been working really hard, doing a really good job, and we've kept this under wraps for a long time, but we're going to give you a little sneak peek of what Stranger is, the latest game from Oddworld. The first piece of gameplay I want to show you is really the secondary play. This is how you choose bounties, how you talk to characters, get information, figure out where you should hunt, upgrade your character, go into stores, things of this nature. That's the secondary play. The second thing I'll show you is the primary play. And this gets to the heart of the game, which is the live ammo system and how stealth and combat work together in this game for the user at any time. So let's start looking at Stranger. Okay, here we are at town close to the beginning of the game, and Stranger can talk to himself at any time with one GameSpeak button, and this will tell you what your short-term goals are.
Need to find that bounty store.
Now, if he talks to other characters...
Pardon? You tell me where the bounty store is?
Now what do I look like to you? An information kiosk? Get out of here.
They won't always be helpful, but usually you can get some information out of them.
Hey, I need to find that bounty store.
Yeah, might want to look for the big sign that says bounty store. What's your problem? Sit down there, you stinky all ruffled up.
We're looking for a much greater sense of life from the characters, so even if we're bouncing into them or bumping them,
Hey, what the hell? What do you think you're doing?
we always want more entertainment and we always want more life. Now, you saw when I started to abuse the characters, they got a little upset. If I push that a little further, so of course you can't get any information if you rile up the town.
Okay, now look, we coming out now and get back to work. So no more roughhousing and being the peckerhead, okay? Here we come.
If I go into a bounty store,
Excuse me. I need to know where the bounty store is.
Listen, son, it ain't that hard to find. It's not a big town, you know.
here's the bounty store. If I go into the bounty store,
Hey there, stranger. You looking for work?
and I talk to the clerk, it'll bring up a series of options that'll usually give me the bounties that are available. Now, as this is at the beginning of the game, we're giving you one because we want to teach you the game, but you'll notice that alive and dead has two different values. And what we're doing is we're encouraging alive over dead because it's a little harder, and that's the way we like to do it. So if you bring them in alive, you'll get twice the money. I'll select Filthy Hands Floyd.
Hey, stranger. I need you to bag Filthy Hands Floyd. He's been pestering our wagons for months and saying he ain't even got serious yet. Head through the north gate until you find the wagons. Safely, I hope.
So if you listen to what the clerks have to say, they usually give you hints about what to do. And as I come back outside, after my objective has changed because I've just received a bounty, now my self-speak will change.
Yeah, I gotta find the north gate. Get us up to Filthy Hands Floyd.
If I talk to characters, that will change as well.
You know where Filthy Hands Floyd might be hiding?
Lots of places for a guy like that to hide around Dead Ends Pass.
So it'll continue my story. If I go into the general store, we want all of these characters to give you responses that are continuing the plot, that are furthering the depth of what's happening in that world. If I go into the store, I'll notice that a lot of the shelves are bare, and there's a little bit going on to this world that's been going on before I got here. And if I talk to the clerk,
What do you got here?
Sorry, partner. I ain't got nothing to sell you. Them damned outlaws have been holding up all my wagons.
so you got an outlaw that's been holding up the wagons. He's the outlaw that you're supposed to go hunt. But at the same time, this townsfolk just told you what you needed to know, and basically all there is to learn here, but we still want more life. So even if you push it and keep on asking,
So nothing for me, huh?
Now, what did I just tell you?
Got nothing at all, huh?
I I don't got anything for you. Now get out of here.
A stranger also, at any time, you can go between first and third person mode. Smooth, that's available to you at all times. Currently, you don't have your bow, but you have some melee abilities. Now, that's the essence of communication, information, and AI witnessing. Let's take you into the core of the game, which is the live ammo and how combat unfolds. So now this is a little later. Stranger's got his bow. He has a double-barrel crossbow. And when we say live ammo, what we mean is he shoots living critters, meaning he hunts them, but he also shoots them off his bow. This right here, right now, is a surge bug. And if I pull the trigger, it squeezes out an electrical bolt. The faster I pull, the more automatic. If I hold the trigger, it does an electrical surge. And I can use this to hunt little critters. And when I see little critters in the environment, they'll run away, but I'll hunt them, and when I hunt them and knock them out, and I pick them up, they become part of my ammo supply. I'll find some of them crawling around on the ground. I'll find others flying around. It's a thud slug. Some others crawling, spiders. Each of these has a different purpose, and each of these plays differently on the enemies. I'll show you how that works, and we're heading there now. We also have some basic platformer-ish moves, not because it's a platformer, but we want you to be able to navigate very organic-feeling environments.
We heard you was coming, stranger. You gonna regret ever coming around our hideout.
And you'll also notice I got a sniper shooting at me right now. If Stranger takes damage, you can shake it off so long as you have stamina. Stamina slowly generates over time, and it can also be gained by bountying guys. So I can shake off to regenerate my health so long as I have stamina. And once I get more weapons in the game, one of the things I can buy is a sniper scope. It has depth of field on it, and I can focus in on my target. He's down there, a little clock. It'll also give you a little sense of the scale of the world. See how far away those critters were that I was just hunting? But they're still fully interactive. Moving right along.
You might have got past my brother, stranger. But you ain't getting past me.
Now here's one of the nice features about first to third. Normally, if I were in first person, I'd have to come out and risk myself to get a shot in on this guy. But in third person, I can stay safe, see where my enemies are, almost align my shot, go into third person, charge up, and knock the guy out of his sniper position. Now to bounty guys, I have a high pressure bounty can, and I just walked up to them, hit the X button, and I bountied a guy. But he was dead because I knocked him out of a position and he fell to his death. Therefore, I only got half the value for him. I got $5. If he were alive, I would have got more. My melee attacks will help me break destructibles. I'll find hazards in the environment like punji stick traps. I'll find other destructibles that if I break, they can alter my navigation, offer me new paths. Now here we come upon a typical outlaw hideout. And scale, as I mentioned before, was very important to us.
Hey, Gimpy, you know how to use this thing?
And as I look across this world, this outlaw hideout, and I zoom in on it, I see there's guys patrolling out in front, guards. This is part of the gang of the outlaw that I'm hunting. There's guards patrolling up top. I've got a listening device that I can buy. Sometimes they'll talk to one another. Puzzle pie. And sometimes that information is valuable if you just look around and listen, eavesdrop in on conversations. So there's a lot of outlaws that are protecting this hideout. You also notice the world is highly destructible. I've got one guy up here. He's far enough away from the others that I could probably take him out without causing an alert. But it did wake up this guy. Now he's looking around, but he's not going to find the guy that I shot because he's in a different location. So it'll just, in a little while, he'll just settle back down. In the meantime, I want to show you how live ammo weapon works. And if I was to go and try and approach this place through the main gate, I'd have a hell of a fight on my hands. So I'm going to show you some stealth abilities. Put a couple more ammo first.
My brother, what are you doing, my brother?
I still got my outlaws out in front here. Now here's something I can use to my advantage. I'll find it in the environment. This is hide zones. If I step into tall grass, I'll see a hidden icon appear. And that lets me know that, for the most part, I'm invisible to enemies, but they'd have to get really close to see me.
Your brother's killing me, brother.
I want to use two types of live ammo that are really pro stealth play. And that is the chip punk, and we call him the chip punk because he talks a lot of shit and that really pisses off enemies, and a spider bullet. And what the spider bullet does is wrap guys up. So I can bait a guy towards me by using the chip punk.
Stupid varmint!
Let's do this, huh?
Rodents, I hate rodents.
I'll pull him a little farther in so he's into the grass and away from where anyone could see him.
Hey, Gimpy, you know how to use this thing?
And I'll hit him with the spider bullet. Bound and gagged. I can pick him up for twice the value because he was alive. It's important to note. I got another guy here, and he's patrolling in front of punji sticks. I'll bait him in front of there, in front of the punji sticks, just to get a good setup, and then I'll use some third-person melee moves, which is my ramming ability, to knock him into the punji sticks.
I hate these things!
He's distracted with the bait.
Little beasts.
And killed by the punji sticks, but I only get half the value. Now, if you notice the radar, these guys are kind of panicked in here. When their vision cones go red, that implies that you can tell what their AI state is, and they're agitated, but they don't see anyone yet. So they're not sure what's going on. I don't want to go busting in on that place at that time, because that can really put me in for a hell of a fight. And I'd rather sneak into the place right now and show you more what this special ammo does. So I can watch the radar on my screen, even if I can't see the enemies themselves, and tell when they time back down into a normal state that allows me to do more stealth play instead of getting seen more easily. Now, if I look around the environments, I might find a way to sneak into the place rather than go through the main gate. And here I have a hint. The wall is broken, and it looks like it's broken from an old pipe support column that is now held together by some boards. If I use a melee move, I can break those boards and create an alternative entrance for me to sneak into this compound. At times like this, the camera will sometimes really help and give me perspective of the world so I can see what's going on without risking myself. And I can see over here in the upper right now, there's a little guy, and I'm going to bait him in to show you another type of live ammo. The skunk bomb. I can bait that guy over with a chip pump.
Shut your mouth, you little rat! Rodents, I hate rodents.
And then nail him with a skunk bomb, causing him to puke. Now he's incapacitated. Knock him out. Bounty him up. For a silent takedown. So now I've infiltrated the place and still not caused any alarms. Picked off a few guys along the way. Now there's another hint that I see. This is another hide zone down here, tall grass. And another enemy patrolling up here on the platform. Good opportunity to use a thud slug. And a thud slug is like a medicine ball. I can knock guys around with that. So I bait my enemy over with a chip punk. And as he falls for that,
Little beasts.
use my thud slug on him, knocking him unconscious down into the hide zone. for another stealth takedown. And still, I haven't alerted anyone else in this world yet.
You're fucking killing me, brother.
I'll see other things in the environment like these fans. These fans can be deadly. And I can use my chip punk again to relocate an enemy here and pull another surprise on him. Here we go. We got one coming up. I want to just back off so he doesn't see me in the grass. He's falling for the bait and a melee sneak. But of course, I get no value because there's no body to bag. But I still haven't alerted anyone. Another type of live ammo I can show you is the fuzzle. And what the fuzzles do is they give me the ability to sort of leave living landmines. And I can stick fuzzles wherever I like, on the ground, on trees, in door jams. I can cover my back and be like, well, you know, a guy might come in here after me, so I'm going to leave him a little surprise. I can also lay them as traps and then bait someone to them. So this gang outlaw member, I'm going to bait him right into my little fuzzle trap. While they're chewing on that, I'm going to show you a few upgrades. The chip punk gets a PA system. The skunk gets a gas mask because he gets so noxious that he will create a vacuum. And that vacuum will suck characters in, and I'll show you how that works. But first, the upgraded chip punk will attract multiple characters. We see a third one even coming down from the stairs up there. So the radius is increased, its effect on characters, and also you'll get more characters attracted to the same chip punk. And this is nice because you can continue to move your characters around and bait them into situations and setups. So that's a big thing that we're going for, is we want you to feel more gratified with setting up your opponents. Now over here, we have another fan pit. And if I fire my skunk into there, 3 at a time, and still haven't alerted anyone. That was stealth approach, and we're showing different live ammo techniques that really benefit stealth. If I wanted to take this on head-to-head, I might choose a couple types of live ammo, like we call them the boom bats. These are like grenades with teeth, and then wasps. And these wasps are like machine guns, but they're a little smarter because you'll notice when I select the wasp, the reticle will get a little larger, and any targets within that reticle, the wasps were smart enough to target even if that guy's moving. So it's kind of like heat seekers. We've got my bats, we've got my wasps. Let's go do some head-to-head combat. I got a victim patrolling up here. I think I'll stick a bat on him and get the show going. You notice I'm being shot at from above as well. This is a nice time to really see what skunks can help me out with, the upgraded skunks, because I could suck guys off of upper railings. So the first and third is really nice because it allows you to get a more strategic position on the guys that you're fighting. Some of the upgraded weapons like the boom bats, heat seek. Spiders upgrades. Now here's a good chance to use a skunk upgrade. I'll blow apart the door and suck these guys out. Maybe try a upgraded riot slug on them.
Enjoying smacking my boys around, stranger?
Well, it's not quite the party you and Boyle's Booty gonna have, smacking it up in that cozy jail.
Boyle's Booty? Oh no, I ain't going back in the cell with him. Oh no, I got dignity. I ain't going back, never going back. I got dignity. You do not want to know. Learn the pieces, boys!
Now these guys are heat-seeking mortar firers. So they're firing heat-seeking mortars at me. And this is one of the places where my high-speed run really helps. And as well as my heat-seeking upgraded boom bats, even though you'll get these later in the game, but we want to show you how they work now.
Your gang's gone, Duke. Time to do some time.
All right, stranger, you ain't taking me. Bring it on!
This is a good example of how persistent the AI is. None of this is scripted. Again, having that third person is really nice because you can see what's happening in the world around you. And you'll also notice that as these enemies fire at you, it affects the destructibles of the world as well. And we wanted that. We wanted a lot of things to break, a lot of things getting shot up. This guy's pretty tough. Like I said, none of this is scripted, because what we were going for was we wanted really these Sergio Leone-styled sort of shootouts that lasted longer than a normal shooter and offered a more prolonged sort of battle play. The thud slugs are nice. They hit this guy pretty hard. But at the same time, he's taking damage slowly. Now, these guys can be pretty tough, but there's some weak exploits at times, and that's part of what live ammo is about, is figuring out which is the best weapon for a guy like maybe he's really tough as a damage opponent, but he might have a weakness for skunks. So in his case, he doesn't last long if he's affected by a skunk, but if I get him with a skunk, they'll give me a brief amount of time to bounty him alive.
That's how you get them.
And that's what we wanted to show you today with Stranger.